Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I've got another comment or question from Ghoul DL. And Ghoul asks, a malignant narcissist traumatized me while doing things to tie me to them in degrading, romantic, and sexual ways. I've been psychologically paralyzed for a long time and can't stop thinking about them. What do I do to get their evil face out of my head? How do I get the upper hand? And she asked me to send a message. That's part of the plan with narcissists, is they intend to get into your head. That is part of their MO. And as far as getting them out of your head, it's actually pretty simple, but it's not easy. Let me explain. There's I can't remember the story. Anyway, it was like a meditation technique, and his teacher told the student that they weren't supposed to think of a red dot. And so what happened was the student could think of nothing but the red dot. And that's kind of how our minds respond to trauma. When someone's done a bunch of when they've abused you, they've manipulated you, gaslighted you, smeared your name, lied to you, do all those things that they do, it does make a kind of a trauma. And that trauma can stick around with us for a while if we don't know how to deal with it. So the very first thing that we have to do is to think of something else. Consciously remove your attention and put it on something else worthwhile. Even in my case, there are things that have happened a long time ago that things that happened that still come up in my memory that still bug me, but the exercise is to put your mind on something that's more important to you, because it's taking your energy away from you, it's taking your day away from you, it's taking your attention that could be put on something else, and it's distributing it to this memory that this narcissist left you with. It's really troubling. Sometimes y'all need to go find professional help too. If something's really in your mind, and not everything has to do with narcissism, you need to realize that there's all kinds of abuse out there that isn't covert narcissist abuse. It sounds to me like you've been through some other things too, and that you might want to seek some professional help. These are YouTube videos, and they are really beneficial, and they're helpful, and there's a lot of really good folks on here, but that's one that you may want to, research some other avenues as well. It sounds like it. So when I tell you don't think about the narcissist or just go no contact, it's not always that easy. Try to shift your attention to something else. The other thing is too, and I've been thinking about maybe talking about this subject as well, is a technique, and I've used it and it does work. It's called EMDR, and you can look it up. There's some real simple, short videos on this, and it's all it is it's an eye, and someone's gonna have to tell EMDR. God, it escapes me right now. Anyway, it stands for something, and basically it's an eye movement along with some pattern sound that when you bring up your attention, this memory, and then you use this exercise, it somehow rewrites over the memories. And I've used it to just rewrite over people that have just become so disturbing that anytime that I think of them, it becomes upsetting and it derails my day. And so I tried this, and it actually does work. So remember that, EMDR. I'm sure someone will look it up, and in the comment section you can tell us what that stands for. But it's another way to deal with trauma. All of us that have found our way to these videos and this challenging issue of recovering from narcissists, probably most of us have been traumatized and tied up to people like this, so it can be hard to get away from. Stick around the videos. That's a really big one. When you find out that you're not crazy, that it really was the narcissist or the narcissists, the group of them that were causing the chaos in your life, and you get away from it, you can go as no contact as possible. You're going to find out that things get a lot better. I have to tell you though, don't ever give up. Don't go making contact with people that you know that you're not going to be able to make contact with again, the kind that aren't going to change. Make sure that you get some sort of counseling, because there's some surrounding issues around these things oftentimes that or deeper, like maybe you're dealing with something more than even a narcissist, maybe a psycho, so you may want to check into some of that as well. Think of the red dot, okay? So anyway, EMDR, remove your attention, put it on something else, and it's going to take time. That's the last thing I forgot. I always say that it's never too late to recover from, no matter how far in you've been with one of these and how, or how much life you think you have left or what age you are. It's never too late to recover and regroup and focus on some things that are going to be beneficial for you in your life, rather than dealing with these vampires that leave you with these kind of memories that it's hard to get over. Okay. Anyway, I hope that helps, Google DL, and if y'all have questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay. All right. Good to see you again, and I hope to see y'all again real soon.